It's pretty obvious that Lucasfilm went all in on Ahsoka with a massive marketing campaign, even changing the way they debut their shows on Disney+, an attempt to make it a prime-time event, Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern instead of releasing at 3 in the morning and midnight Pacific time. Even a mid-season theatrical release to try to get the hype up surrounding this show. But unfortunately for Lucasfilm, this is one of the biggest failures they've seen from an audience perspective. We saw from the initial data we received from Samba TV that despite some buzz on social media and some trending hashtags, when it came to who was actually watching this show, it was not good. In fact, the only thing that it beat was the debut of Andor. And now, as the Nielsen streaming data comes in, not only does it confirm that, but it also gets worse. We talked about last week when we saw the Nielsen ratings. It was a massive drop-off for Ahsoka. Fell by nearly 50% from the first week to the second week. Some of that is expected, of course, because they only had one episode coming out instead of the two in the premiere. But the way it fell and the number it fell to was significantly less than a lot of people expected, on par with failures like the MCU show Secret Invasion. And now with the finale coming out yesterday, which has left Star Wars fans very split. There are certainly some people out there, you can find those people that thought the finale was just incredible, but a large portion of the fan base thought it was a disastrous way to end this thing. They didn't like some of the character arcs, or should I say lack thereof, the fact that more questions were brought up than answers in this show, the childish writing, and once again, characters that are just embarrassments like Thrawn. But if you want to see some more in-depth stuff on that, go over to RK Outpost Live. I did reviews of all 8 episodes of Ahsoka there. We are talking about the ratings, and now the next set of Nielsen ratings are finally out for the third week of Ahsoka, which would have been the release of the 4th episode, and it's not good. It's nowhere to be found in the headline, and for good reason. Ahsoka not only has fallen completely out of the top 10 of streaming, but it's almost out of the top 10 when it just comes to original programming. Suits has topped Nielsen's streaming top 10 chart more than any other film or TV show. And there's really no mention of Ahsoka in this entire article. Isn't that fucking sad? That's how irrelevant it is. This is, right now, is the premier streaming title on Disney+, and it doesn't even get a fucking mention. Here we go. Let's look at the ratings. Overall, Little Mermaid made its debut, decent numbers for it, but no Ahsoka in the top 10. You have to go to original, and once again, Ahsoka had a drop-off in its streaming minutes, despite the fact that this was an episode that was longer in length, so in theory, it should have actually gone up, including having 3 episodes to backlog, but no. Ahsoka continues to slide down to 459 million minutes watched. The thing that it's ahead of, Special Ops Lioness, to put that in perspective, that's something that came out back in July. Yet now Ahsoka is pretty much tracking right along with it, despite it releasing something new. This might be hard for people to imagine, people that are big Rebels fans, and they're tweeting out fan cams and hashtag Tano Tuesday and hashtag Ahsoka. It might be hard for you to imagine that the general public is not watching this show, but all the evidence is here now. I will, again, put the caveat in there. Episode 5, whenever we get the Nielsen ratings next week, that's the Anakin episode. So maybe we'll see a boost. I have to imagine we'd see a boost. If we don't see a boost, I'd be shocked. But even with that boost, it doesn't look good for this show. I was even tagged in this by Mac right here at Now It's Known. Ahsoka's third week viewing minutes still down from second week. The show's viewing minutes remain conspicuously in range of Secret Invasion's third week. And it's true, Secret Invasion right around there, 426 million minutes watched with only 3 episodes instead of Ahsoka's 4. This thing is a failure for them in terms of ratings. That's just the bottom line. You don't spend as much money as they did on Ahsoka to not only not crack the top 10 in streaming, but nearly fall out of the top 10 in just original programming. This is a sad, pathetic failure for them. We knew it from the very beginning. People didn't want to accept the Samba TV numbers. Well, all along the way, the Samba TV numbers have been validated. Just one day after the finale of Ahsoka, we get more bad news when it comes to the ratings for this show. It is not what they'd hoped for. It's not what they expected. It is way less than they possibly imagined. And now we have yet another Disney Star Wars failure on our hands. Maybe that Anakin episode will turn things around. Maybe that'll draw more viewers in and more eyes. Certainly it should be more repeat viewers. But as for right now, the first 4 episodes of the Nielsen ratings for Ahsoka are abysmal. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.